Hello and welcome on in, everybody. I hope that you all have been out there trying some PvP in New World. I'm gonna be honest, the open world PvP in this game has been an incredible experience. And I have a clip here that I wanted to show you guys that's kind of a longer clip, but the clip shows a great example of why open world PvP is so much fun in New World. So I'm going to bring you guys along for my hemp crafting run, which, like all other crafting runs, is just going to be going out into the world and getting the resource that you need to train the skill that you want. And pretty much since I got myself a full set of PvP gear, I've been keeping PvP on the whole time, and it's made all of these activities so much more fun. Definitely an element of danger and excitement no matter what you're doing in the world. So let's get right into this PvP commentary. The first opponent that I run into is, of course, a player with the life staff. The life staff is a tricky fight in a one-on-one. It's got a ton of healing power, and it makes it very hard to out DPS your opponent if they're going to sit in those healing rings. As you guys can see, he's sitting in those rings. I go for as much damage with the Rapier as I can. Heavy attacks, the backstab, actually missing the backstab there, but he just heals right back up to full health. And I quickly realized that we're going to have to get a really good burst on this guy and try to catch him outside of his heals in order to take him down. Now, he does have a hatchet on his off bar, and he switches to it to go aggressive on me. I go for the ice shower into the ice storm. A lot of damage on the immobilize and the snare there, and it doesn't look like he's running the morph of berserk to give him the immunity to those things, but he switches right away to the life staff, quickly out healing all the damage I put in. And I'm forced to just kind of retreat. I get behind the hay bale, quickly eat some food, get a little bit of health back, and we gotta re-engage. It's important, I think, that we have as much health as possible when we engage with this guy, because in the long exchange, it's very hard to win. There's a huge combo with the ice shower, the ice storm, and then you see the flesh into the backstab, and I managed to take him down. Always a tricky fight with the life staff. I think a big part of why we won that is because we caught him with a good burst outside of his healing circles. Now, moving on, I continue to do my gathering. We get a little bit more resource in our bag, and we run into this guy with a spear and a hatchet. Just start off with my ice gauntlet, throw down the ice shower. He ends up not getting hit by it. We go for the ice storm. We do catch him with it. A great counter stun on the riposte. I was just waiting for him to approach with all the spear stuns that the spear has and get that good counter, and he right away goes for his berserk. Trying to go for damage on us. He actually heals up really fast in the berserk too. He goes for his spear throw there. I go for the evade. I'm not sure if he missed me or if I got the evade in time. Either way, he didn't hit us with that stun, and a great trap with the ice storm. Unfortunately, he's just out of range of the flesh backstab, and he goes for the first spear stun. We don't get the riposte in time. He follows it up with the second one. There's the riposte into the heavy attack, the evade light attack, and we managed to bring him down. The Rapier, actually a really good weapon, I think, against this spear. If you know that they're going to be aggressive against you, you can get some nice ripostes off on them. Now, moving on to the next fight, of course, a lot more resource was gathered, and we run into this guy with a great axe. He goes for hacking on us right away. We catch him in the ice storm, in the ice shower combo. He switches to his Rapier and goes for his riposte. I go for the gap close through him. He was a little early with the riposte, so he doesn't get the counter stun. And there you see he tries to back it up, just a few heavy attacks. Nice lunge on the Rapier heavy attack, and I managed to take him down. Now, moving on to the next fight here, I see this poor level 12 being chased by this enemy Marauderer that's a higher level. So, of course, just going to throw a few Ice Gauntlet chucks at him, and he comes out of the water straight at me, goes for his hammer stun. Right away, I hit the riposte for the counter, feed him a couple light attacks, a good roll on his next stun, and then we hit him with the flesh into the backstab, a nice clean kill, and I get to save the poor little 12. Feels good. And eventually, I do manage to fill my bag. Before I head back to bank everything and craft, I did want to check the kind of main quest hub here. There's a lot of players that come and hang out here. And luck has it, I run into another enemy player, and he's running Fire Staff and Ice Gauntlet. A pretty tricky combo for my build because he has some really good range damage, and we gotta kind of get on top of him to put our big burst in so he can do a good job fencing us at a distance. There you see, I get right on top of him with the Rapier gap closer, and he goes for his big AoE with the Fire Staff. I stay inside of it and just feed him the heavy attack into the evade light attack, and he just continues to try to kite me out, going for his Fire Staff teleport, going for his big AoE. I feed him another heavy attack inside the Fire Staff AoE, He tries to roll away, one poke with the Frost Gauntlet, and he goes down. And just like that, I managed to get home safe and sound. Honestly, this is a really fun gameplay loop for me, going out there, continuing to improve my character, and just running into random small-scale fights. I think I've waited a long time for a game like this to come along, so I'm really enjoying myself here. If you guys like this build, you can find a link to a build video down in the description below. Also, check out my website, pvpnewworld.com, if you want to find a written guide to this build, as well as a ton of guides for New World. Give me a follow on Twitch if you guys want to catch some live gameplay, and give me a follow on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with me. I want to do a top 5 battles for New World, so if you have any awesome clips that you want to submit to be featured on the channel, you can send that to Christopher@pvpnewworld.com. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They can give you better ping to your favorite games, free to try for the first month with the link down below. And last but not least, a massive thank you and shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. Without you guys, I couldn't do this, so thank you for supporting the show. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching today. Look forward to more New World content coming in the very near future. As always, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll see you next time.